Welcome to episode 147 of the Dom Joe's podcast. I'm your host, Dom. My full name is Dominic. If you guys are ever, I thought his name was Dominic. I also go by Dom. Sometimes Dom's just a little bit easier for some people to remember. I don't know. Anyways, we're here today. Hope everyone's been doing well. This weekend's been pretty eventful. I think this weekend for me has been really kind of like a time for myself. So, sometimes I'm always in this loop of, just doing the things that you got to do. You got to go to work, you got to go to school, you got to take care of your kids, or, whatever you have to do, you got to do it to pay the bills. And sometimes life can get in the way where you feel like you don't even know what you're doing anymore. You feel like you're just going through the motions. You ever have those days where you just like, am I just doing this because I have to, or am I doing this because I want to? And I think this weekend has opened like a window of something for me to kind of notice a little bit more about myself and what I like to do. And that's not even talking about anybody else besides myself, and I'm not blaming anyone. But I just think sometimes you find a moment and it clicks. So yeah, that's been kind of going on. I've been I just graduated from UW with my master's, and that was really great. I'm glad, there's a lot of great people who I got to see. I went and sweat with some really cool people up in past Seattle. Shout out to Daniel and Pat and their families if you're listening. Hope you're doing good. That was really cool, and shout out to all the people who came out to Washington from wherever they came from. I'm not gonna name names or use anybody's names and stuff, but just out of respect, not because I don't want to. So that was really great. Had a great time. And I think sometimes with me personally, I can't speak for anybody else, but when it came to graduating, I was kind of nervous in the sense of I just wanted to get it done because I knew it was going to be a lot, whether that be emotionally, whether that be doing stuff. And that's not even just a lot as in like just walking. Sometimes it takes a lot of mental strength to do something like that. And I was proud of myself, and that was good. But I was even more proud to see who showed up and who was there beside me, and that was really cool. But I feel like sometimes I'm just doing stuff because that's the next thing to do. So I'm hoping and praying for the next part of the chapter is just listening to what I truly want to do. And I don't know what that is. And I'll figure that out. And I think that's what this podcast helps with. But I was actually this couple of days ago, I just feel like I don't know how to say it. Just something happened. Nothing traumatic. I just like a window opened I never thought would open, and that's about as much as I'm going to say. But it was really cool, really neat. But so excited to be here today, and that's the most important part. I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining. We're here with episode 147. Again, I'm your host. Let's get right into this. Yeah, man, Boom City is here. What is Boom City? Some people would ask, hey, Dom, what is Boom City? You talk about it sometimes on your pod. For the people who aren't from the Marysville or Tulalip area or even Washington, Boom City is a place where people get their fireworks. It's where Native Americans from Tulalip tribes sell their fireworks. There's a lot of other tribes here in Washington State that sell fireworks, but they call it other stuff. Swinomish does it, Muckleshoot does it, Lummi, Puyallup, they all have their own fireworks seasons as well. Suquamish as well, other tribes. And I got a buddy in Nia Bay too. He's probably in Nia Bay too. Nia Bay. They do it out there too, I think. I don't know. Anyway, It's where people sell fireworks, and it's really cool. I was actually doing some box cutting with my cousins and setting up for the stands and taking some trash out and helping out people. And it's a pretty selfless job to do something like that. I feel like my cousin's been doing it for a couple years now, and I was doing it, and I was getting kind of the eyes, like people were like, "Oh, what's this? Why are you doing the trash? Didn't you graduate?" Somebody said that to me, and all I could say to that was, "You can never be too educated to take out trash, man. We take out trash every day, no matter if you're a graduate, whatever." I don't look at stuff like that, dude. It's, I'm here to help my family. I'm here to help other people out here. That's what we're here for. I'm not looking at somebody with papers, man. I'm not like that. I barely really knew the person. They only saw it because of Facebook, they said. But, yeah, that was kind of an odd experience, I guess. That's all. That's my question, or that's my answer. You can never be too educated to do anything, man. You can never be too much anything to get out of something either. Oh, I'm above that now. It's like, no. Everyone's got their things they got to start with, man. Like, I remember when I worked at Nordstrom, I was like, when maybe if I'm famous or I'm out there doing something one day, I could be like, you know what? I worked in retail at Nordstrom one day. I don't know. I thought about that, and everybody starts from somewhere, man. I'm no better than no one, just like everyone else. We all eat, we all shit, we all fucking have hard days and good days. So, I'm sorry about making this a little bit about me today, but I'd love to hear more about what everyone else is doing. Let me know, 425-320-3641. That is the hotline here. You guys can call in and let me know what you guys are up to. Yeah, so that's what I've been kind of up to. Boom City's around, and Boom City is something, man. There's always a lot of stuff going on, and people selling fireworks. I could kind of explain to you in short what's going to happen at Boom City. Basically, what Boom City entails is people driving in, getting fireworks, and leaving. That's the long story short. From a person who's been working as a stand assistant for about 8-9 years now, actually longer. I think I'm approaching, because how old am I now? 25? I'm approaching 10 years experience at Boom City. And let me tell you, this is how it goes. Okay, so how it starts, everyone starts getting their permits. Everyone starts doing all that. Everyone starts getting their spots. They start moving the stands down there. They start getting the steps. They start, hey, this needs to be here. This needs to be there. There's some drama. Always sprinkle a little drama in between everything I'm saying. Sprinkle a little drama inside, then you'll know that's the real thing. So, fireworks is going on, and, customers start kind of coming. It gets slow. People get anxious. Where is everybody? And then, the last week kind of approaches, remember, sprinkle some drama in there. Somebody started fighting. Maybe somebody was doing something in the parking lot. Maybe there's a fire in the lighting area, a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe somebody took out all the certain type of fireworks they used to have in a wholesaler. They don't sell them no more. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And now you get to the last week. People are in good moods. People start counting how many people are coming in. Oh, they'll be here on the weekend. They'll be here after 4. That's when the rush starts after work. People telling themselves crazy stuff. Oh, I just heard Boeing just got their last check. Their bonus, they're going to be coming in today. They never do. Oh, there's a Navy ship that just landed. They're going to be coming looking for stuff. Nah, they're not coming, man. But yeah, the last 4 days, that's something crazy about the 4th of July, selling fireworks. It's so busy that you start not to see pavement. That's how many people are walking through those lanes. And that's really cool because, you see other Native families out there, getting money, and they're in a good mood, and, people running up asking for change from the stands they're cool with. If you're cool with the stand, you say, I don't got it, but they got it. Kind of works hand in hand. If you're doing good business with people. It's just another good day to be a stand owner, It's another good day to be a concession stand owner, craft maker, tip runner, whole bunch of stuff. That's what I think. Yeah. Oh, man. So what else has been going on? Oh, yeah, I was overhearing a lot of older relatives down there, Boom City. I was listening. I listen sometimes, and there was this auntie talking to her nephew. It looked like. No, I think it was an uncle talking to his nephew. He pulls his nephew aside. They were buying fireworks, and he said, "Hey, I got you these fireworks, but we need to talk about something." And he's like, your drinking problem at home is what we need to address. And I was like, dang, this is what they're going to talk about right now? Because I don't know these people. He says, man, every night before you go to bed, we notice you have a drink. And I think this was a good time to bring it up. And the nephew looked, or the younger kid, or maybe son, I don't know. He looked shocked, man. He looked at him dead in the eye. He's like, I don't remember what he said, uncle or dad. I don't remember. I was trying to make it look like I wasn't really listening. He said, man, I'm only just having a couple of those just because it's after work. He's like, I know, but I just thought I'd tell you before it becomes a problem. I think that's a pretty healthy way of saying it. Fuck, man, out here on the res, some people figure out you have a couple beers, they almost start signing you up for AA meetings, man. Yeah, he was down at the beach and had 3 beers. God, better sign him up for treatment. AA meeting. It'll be like their birthday too. That's the funny part. They didn't even drive. They were just there having a good time. Can't hold his liquor. He can't hold it. We weren't introduced to that long ago. It was only about 100 years ago we were introduced to alcohol. He's got a problem. And that's what I hear. Thankfully I never went down that path. Like that uncle who's always preaching sobriety. That one uncle. Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, that's why I never went that way anymore. Never went that way anymore. That kind of entails you did, but you never do now. It's hilarious. But, everyone walks their own path and everyone preaches what they've gone through before. That's for sure. And like one of my favorite comedians says, Theo Vaughn, nothing changes if nothing changes. Think about that quote for a minute. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Quit your job. Don't like your job. You want to do something new. Well, it's not going to happen unless something changes. That's for sure. Maybe you move your bed a little bit in the bedroom. Maybe you're debating on going to cosmetology. Maybe you're debating on what school you want to go to. Those are things you got to think of. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. I've been also kind of thinking about this thing I heard about this one guy say about gambling. You're either up or you're down. There's no in between. That's true. And most of the time you're down. Because with gambling, man, you're not going to win. Yeah, you'll win, but you're not going to win in the long run. Those small wins, man, celebrate them. Celebrate them small wins, man. I'm big on celebrating small wins. I got a scratch ticket the other day, and I don't even think it was my scratch ticket. Somebody else wanted $5, and I was like, that's a big win, man. That's big. I'm celebrating with them. $5, that covers your scratch ticket. Actually, it was my girlfriend. It was her scratch ticket, and I was excited for her. She won $5, and $5 ain't nothing now. Name me 10 things you can buy with $5. I don't even think you could get a pack of gum for $5 nowadays. Maybe like the Bubblicious stuff or the zebra ones. But I don't see anything you could buy with $5 now. I don't even think there used to be a dollar menu for burgers. I think it's $5 menu now. Wendy's used to be The 4 for $4. I don't even think that's happening. $5 footlongs used to be a thing too. Not a thing. Hot and ready's too. $5. That used to be $5. Doubt those are all $5. And everyone's gonna come in here and say, "Oh, inflation, Dom, you don't understand." It's like, yeah, I get it. But still, man, there's something special about $5 now. It's like everything's like $7.58 or $12.20. Man, and eating out with 2 people, that's a lot more money than eating with just one. You know, the average price for, I think the average price for somebody to eat is $22 now. I think that's what it is. That's crazy. That's crazy to think. Remember back then when you can get a $20? God, I'm starting to sound old. Holy crap. Sorry for swearing or whatever. I don't know if you guys qualify crap as a swear word, but I remember, you know, aunties and uncles, grandpas and grandmas would be saying, "Oh, with a quarter I could go to the movie theater." Now it's like I'm saying, man, $5 you used to be able to get a pizza. That's all it is. We're just getting older. God, that's a little scary. It's a little scary sometimes. Getting old, but it's part of life, man. Everyone's got to get old. Everyone's got to do something and be remembered somehow, I think is the biggest key. So, what else has been going on with me, man? Just, yeah, that guy thing saying the garbage thing would really, I don't know. I didn't know what to think about it, but that was something else I was really thinking of. I was cutting boxes and paint got all over my work coat. And you know what? At first I was pissed. But it's like red paint, so it kind of looks cool. You know? Got my blue collar stuff going today. Yeah, that was cool. I've been playing Destiny. Destiny's one of those fun games. I like playing Destiny. It's one of those games, though, that, like, if you're talking about it with anybody who doesn't play Destiny, you sound like the biggest nerd of it I've ever even heard, you know, ever. You really do. You know, if you play Destiny, you sound like a nerd whenever you talk about it. And it's a fun game. I like the multiplayer aspect of it. There's a lot of cool games like that. But, like, when you say, hey, I'm playing Call of Duty with my boys, you know, I put a new attachment on my M4A1, it kind of sounds cool. You know, but when I'm talking about Destiny, which is a game I like to play, I'm like, oh yeah, we just defeated a raid on the Vault of Glass. I got my Atheon's Epilogue upgraded. You know, I'm running the subclass tight. You know, I'm running the Striker subclass, spike grenades. My buddy was running Warlock, and he used self-res. Everyone's kind of, what are these guys talking about? You know? I almost feel like sometimes Fortnite has a little bit more street cred than Destiny does. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, we got a Fortnite dub last night. You know, it was dope. We were hitting the gritty, hitting the emotes on them." Then I'll come in and be like, "Oh yeah, we were playing Trials of Osiris. I had the last word and Fellwinter's Lie shotgun, and I was running the Titan Bubble class." And everyone's like, "Oh, Destiny? That sounds like the biggest, nerdiest game ever, man." And that, you know, that's what you gotta roll with the punches sometimes. I got some flack actually from this guy on Xbox. I was teabagging. Everyone's like, "What is teabag?" Teabagging. Think about when you get a bag of tea, you dip the teabag in the tea. You could do that in video games, and it's frowned upon. But I did it to a player, and he messaged me in this long message. "Hey, man, you know, you shouldn't be teabagging. You're bad, blah, 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 blah." Next day, I message him. I'm like, "I bet you're still mad." The guy goes on to say, "Nah, man, I forgot who you were." And I'm like, "No, you obviously didn't." Okay, so I'm kind of picking on him now because he was picking on me. He's like, "Oh, no, man, that was all just trash talk, GGs." And I said GG too. But, man, I've been playing games since voice chat came into the picture. Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, dude. Things were said. Things were done in those lobbies that probably should never be repeated. And I'm still here. So whatever someone's going to say to me now in 2023 and the Xbox Live parties or whatever when we're playing games, dude, I've heard it all. Dude, I remember in Modern Warfare 2, man, like, people would know just by the sound of your voice if you're fat or not. And if you sounded even a little bit fat, people would roast you. And that was the thing back then. People were like, I was self-conscious before self-conscious things were even a thing. People were like, oh, why do you work out? Oh, for my image. Oh, I want to get some girls or whatever. Oh, I'm working out so people don't know my voice in Modern Warfare 2 game chat, dude. It was crazy, dude. People in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies 2 would know, they would know what race you were. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you're giving these guys a lot of credit, but it's like everybody would know, and on the phone too. So yeah, man, you had to be right on cue to be talking on Modern Warfare 2 game chat without getting roasted. And everybody got roasted somewhere or some other. If you're too old playing a video game, if you're too young playing, you're getting roasted. Every little thing, think about it. It was going to happen. I think that's what's special about video games, though. I think the camaraderie, I don't know how you say it. Camaraderie or with each other is cool. So yeah, that's something cool I'm looking forward to. So yeah, I think I'm going to go play some video games after this, and that's good. I like to play video games, and it's something that I like to do. Also probably hit the gym. But yeah, man, I don't want to sit here and ramble too much. I don't really have much else to say. Other than I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope you're not just living life like a to-do list. I hope you're doing stuff you like to do. Maybe people are reaching out that you never thought would reach out to you. Reach back out to them, man. I think that's cool. I think that's special. You never know, man. Some person could message you, come into your life that you never thought would. And maybe you should take advantage of that. Or not. Live the way you want to live. But I'm not going to sit here and preach no more. Remember, you guys could always call me in or call the hotline, 425-320-3641. I've answered only once, live. But yeah, the voicemail is open. The hotline's open anytime you guys want to leave something. Just let me know if you guys aren't cool with me sharing it. I won't share it. You guys could just call and say, hey, I really like the show. You don't have to say nothing. But I really like hearing the voicemails that you guys send in. 425-320-3641. It helps me know who I'm talking to and know my audience a little more. So please, leave a message to the hotline, 425-320-3641. I'd love to know what everyone's up to. 4th of July is coming up. What's your favorite firework, man? Gotta know. There's cakes, fountains, ground stuff, aerials, rockets, cakes, smiley face rockets, poppets, smoke. I know people like them smoke bombs, man. I know they do, and that's why we keep them stocked. Stand 95, save our Sonics. Let me know. See you guys next week. Hoi.